people, we have to be careful who we listen to and what we believe. Before I go on, I have to define the word propaganda. Propaganda, according to Cambridge, is information, ideas, opinion, or images that give one part of an argument which are broadcasted, published, etc., in order to influence people's opinion. And I think also said this information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote a particular cause, doctrine, or view of point, or point of view rather. People have started bringing that view into football, and we are not even realizing that. And we need to kick those kind of people out. I could remember when I think it was Pep that started this nonsense and said things like the number of games they're playing is much. Gradually, he mentioned it, he kept mentioning, kept mentioning. Clubs started mentioning it. And all of a sudden, players started mentioning it. And all of a sudden, everybody's mentioning it. Now, if you notice the people that are mentioning this thing, this mad thing, are usually people that they have injuries and they are afraid that the injuries might actually influence how the team might perform, or people that their team are not performing and are using that as an excuse. Those are the two categories of people that makes those excuses. Pep doesn't make that complaint when his team has gone 15 games unbeaten. He usually uses that excuse when his team is having some losses that it's not supposed to have. That's when. The same thing with Klopp when Klopp was in Liverpool. Today is not the first time they are playing this number of games. But people seem to be echoing it out because when you have a good coach like Pep saying it, like Klopp saying it, it makes sense to use that as an excuse. Now, let me read what this guy said. That is really pissing me off. That's Maresca. This guy, they talk sometimes like somebody that he doesn't use his brain before he actually talk. He made a comment concerning this game after we lost 2-1 to Atlanta. He said, we play every 2 days. 2 days, 2 days. We look like we struggle for a bit in a moment. He's using that excuse now because Chelsea is losing. Can you people remember Ferguson's time, 2009? Yes, I think I will check that. 2009. There's one particular time he didn't have defenders. He actually played Park as a right back. I think the only defender he had was P.Evra at left. I can remember Carrick played central back and Fletcher played central back. It was in December also. Against, I think, it was a Champions League. Wolfsburg. Yes, Wolfsburg. He won the game 3-1. He won the game 3-1. Now, he also did play 7 defenders in a game. Everybody, it was only 3 people or 4 people that are not defenders in that game. The rest were defenders against Arsenal. This was not against Arsenal and a 1-2-0. It was not against a small team. Now you can realize that when people keep making excuses and you keep believing it, you keep eating it up. Now, things have changed. Some of you might say, they've added games. It's true, they've added games. But if you calculate the number of games that have added to the number of players that is available now and the number of substitutes they can make, then they used to make only 3 substitutions. Now you can make 5. Can you imagine it? And you are still complaining. And Chelsea has 24 good players, 22 good players that in every position there's a substitute. So what's the excuse? The truth of this matter is that, when you're under pressure, when you know you just messed up, you just look for how to push the narrative to favor you. It is not the number of games we've played, because some of these teams have also have played the same number of games, and it's not saying the team looks tired. Estravo was on the bench, he didn't bring him in, and he's complaining. Oh my goodness. Oh, see, Maresca, eh? Maresca, no, he's not a good coach. Oh. I will tell you people, I know you people will argue with me. He's not a good coach. He's an okay coach. He's a coach that can be better, but he's not a good coach yet. I will tell you another reason, because how do you buy player? You buy a midfielder and you buy another midfielder to replace that midfielder because you want to sell, but you don't have central back. Everybody knows Chelsea doesn't have defenders. Everybody knows Chelsea doesn't have keeper. But we kept it, and he's now complaining. Now, before you say, just imagine that there's no Club World Cup. There was no Club World Cup. There was no Club World Cup last season. He won only Conference Cup, for example. Will you say he has achieved? You the answer to that question is probably no. And the reason why you will say it, because you know that the amount of money he has spent and the team is bigger than Conference League. But we are thinking he has done something good because of he has won 2 cups. Oh my God. See, if he had not said anything in his interview, I think I won't have done this video. But the fact that he mentioned that, see, that's the excuse I hate the most. The number of games. Because these guys are not being paid something small. They are being paid huge salary, and you have a lot of players that, to the extent that Carragher and the guy never were making jest of us that where would this player be in the dressing room, because that's the number of players Chelsea has. And see, if Chelsea has 45 players, I think this guy will still complain about fatigue. Honestly, I don't even know how many players we have. If we have 45 players, he will still complain about fatigue. So don't allow the nonsense propaganda that they are throwing out there and telling you the number of games is no. No, 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 no. We've not even started playing the extended World Cup yet. Just don't allow them to give you that nonsense excuse. We lost against Atlanta, we lost, and we have a problem right now. And I've always said it. Chelsea doesn't know how to play away. Our away record is bad. But we feel it's good because we've beaten all the top teams at home. I think, have we beaten all the top teams at home? I think, okay, maybe Arsenal. We're very good at home. But you see, away, that's where our problem lies. And very soon we'll start playing some difficult away matches. That's where our problem lies. Me, I've always known that problem with Chelsea is always away game. So that's the excuse is given. Me, I don't know about you, but I don't think sticking with this guy is a way forward for Chelsea. I'm not saying they should sack him, but I'm just saying everybody should just open their mind up and realize that we're not having a magnificent coach. We're having a coach that everything just happened and everything just favored him at the right time. Chelsea went to the Conference League, they just started at the right time. And the what they call it, the system was different. It was not like a situation whereby people from Champions League were dropping to Europa League and people from Europa were dropping. No, the system has changed. So it favored Chelsea. And all of a sudden, Chelsea entered the competition they just started and they won it. That is, see, when luck just goes with you, that's Chelsea last season. This season is our real test. And this guy is failing this test right now. And he's failing it big based on the interview he gives. If he doesn't know how to give an interview, just just keep quiet, man. Because right now I'm not even angry with the fact that we lost. Because when I was saying we lost 2-1, when I was angry about that 2-1, I was angry about the players themselves, not even about the coach. But now when he has just after that doing that interview, what he mentioned, the moment he mentioned that 2 days, I was just angry about it because the excuse is actually the problem now. The excuse is the problem now.